Hey, what's up, guys? I'm about to take off right now to go meet up a friend in Ventura area. Go have some pizza. But when I come outside, I just want you to observe all the traffic that'll pass by me. As soon as I get in my car, like cars will just be coming through like all crazy. Let's see if we can get some on camera. These clowns are up to. Let's set this right here, see what comes. Put them on blast. Well, the first creep of the day. It's not easy being popular, guys. I don't know how much I want the fame. Here's another one. Here's another clown right here. What is today? Wednesday? Must be Mad Mexican Wednesdays. I'm gonna take a cruise and see what's up. All right, so when I think back, right, to when all this first started, I believe it all started. Okay, so if you live in a pretty common like residential neighborhood, they have they have a neighborhood watch program. You know the signs at the end of your street that has a little picture of the mysterious guy with the glasses and the like trench coat? Yeah, that guy. So that neighborhood watch is actually ran by the sheriffs, like sheriff's organization or something. And yeah, so they have a neighborhood watch. So a lot of your neighbors are involved with the watch program that you don't even know about. I mean, we weren't involved, that's for damn sure, because my brother and I and friends were the ones like doing little petty things around there. I mean, they hated me and my brother because me and him, we'd be riding dirt bikes up and down the street, riding go-karts up and down the street, just doing a whole bunch of different things, man, like, you know, fun things. And I think they hated on us, dude, because we'd be up and down the street just terrorizing the neighborhood. And I think they were a little bit jealous of us because my dad was cool as hell, man. My dad was cool as hell. He'd buy us like whatever to make us happy. He was so cool, dude. My dad was, and he would get on them too and ride along with us. And you know, our family, like my brother, I, and my dad. He passed away. God bless his soul. Like we were always into cars and stuff, so we're always souping up cars and whatever was fun, man. We were in the garage tuning up cars and doing all kinds of fun things. They just hated on us, man. Our neighbors, you know. Like I know we had a next door neighbor, right next to us, man, and she just hated our guts. And it wasn't even like we never did anything to any of our neighbors besides terrorize the whole neighborhood. But we never did anything to them, man. We kept to ourselves, but we were, you know, we never got into anybody's business like they used to like to do. You know, we would keep to ourselves. We would talk to them if they talked to us, but really it was just a hi and bye and like, have a good day. That's it. We never associated with them. We didn't try to get into anybody's business. And I think they were kind of mad at that we didn't get involved. But anyway, our next door neighbor, man, she had a daughter, and the daughter lived with her like all her life. And then she had a daughter herself. So there was the mother, her daughter, and then her daughter that she had. And they just hated on us, dude. They would freaking, every time I'd start up like my motorcycle, just for instance, for like examples. Every time I would start up my motorcycle, she'd get so mad. She'd be like, "Oh my God, this neighborhood used to be so quiet." I'm like, dude, I gotta start the bike to get out of here. I wouldn't even rev it or anything. Like I tried to be respectful and not, you know, and not cause any problems. You know, it was respectful, but I liked fun toys. You know, my brother and my dad did too. And just for any reason, they'd be calling the cops. You know, boom, take a ride on the motorcycle, boom, here comes the cops. Take a ride on my go-kart, boom, here comes the cops. For every little thing, we start up the, my brother had a 67 Chevelle Malibu, all souped up, it was badass. And so we started up, you know, be trying to tune it. And they would hate it because, you know, it had pretty open exhaust, you know, with like Flowmasters and everything, so it was loud. But, you know, we're just trying to tune it. Like, here comes the cops, you know. And I remember I used to take my engine out of like my Porsche and all kinds of stuff. And I'm not saying this was right what I was doing, but I would take my engine out of my Porsche and keep it on the hoist, the engine hoist, and I'd hit it with degreaser and to spray it down, you know, to get all the grease off and stuff like that. I probably shouldn't have been doing that, and my dad probably should have told me something, but he didn't care because he was into cars and stuff too. But yeah, I remember doing that, and I was cleaning the grease off, and one of the neighbor across the street, because she was so nosy too, man. She called the cops saying that I was doing that, and here comes like a cop, here comes the fire trucks and everything. And all the water, the runoff water that was on the curbs, that was on the bottom of the curb, of the sidewalk, they came to my door and they were like, "Hey dude, like, you gotta clean up this mess, because this is not, you know, this is like a hazard or whatever, you know." And I got that. I was like, all right, man, but our neighborhood is a long ass neighborhood, dude. So I was like, I'm not gonna go all the way down there and clean it. I'll go like up to like her place, but I'm not gonna go over there. Well, we don't want to give you a ticket and stuff, man. I'm like, do you want me to go all the way down there and clean all that? You're crazy. I'm not gonna do all that. It's like, our neighborhood's like a damn almost a quarter of a mile. And anyway, so I cleaned it up to like two houses down, just to be respectful. And you know, yeah, I probably shouldn't have been doing that, but I don't know, I was young and still, you know, just that, with that not caring attitude, didn't give a damn. And so that was one incident, dude. Like, and I was like, damn, these neighbors are too much, man. They would call the cops for anything. And then right next door, like right across from us, there was another neighbor. There was I used to hang out with the daughter when we were young, and you know, we would play doorbell ditch and hide and go seek and all that kind of stuff. And she was really nice, but her stepdad, you know, all this is coming back to me in my head. Her stepdad was a detective. So obviously he's part of all that neighborhood watch stuff, you know. And they were just really nosy. When we had, my mom told me that when we had barely moved into the neighborhood, that the neighbor that's right across from us, okay, so they'd be observing us so much. This is how closely they would be looking at us, watching us. She when, like, my parents like didn't cook very often. My mom wouldn't cook very often. She would make something for the week, and it was just because there was 4 of us kids, so there was a lot of mouths to feed. So she would just make one solid meal like one big meal, and the kids would pick on that all week long. So we didn't buy a lot of groceries. But one day they asked my mom, the neighbor came over and asked her, like, hey, we don't see you bringing in a lot of groceries. Like, how do you guys eat? That's how closely they were watching us. Like, you got to be really observing us to realize, like, we're not bringing in that many groceries and stuff, you know? So I don't know where they were getting with that, but they had been watching us for a long time, dude. Because how would you know that? And why would you even care? Why are you watching us so tight knit like that? Doesn't even make sense. Like, I mind my own business. I could care less what my neighbor is doing unless he's doing something physically to me. Then I stay out of the, you know, everybody's business, dude. It has nothing to do with me. I don't even want to know what you're doing over there, you know? Unless there's a murder going on or something, then, you know, then I'll get involved. But other than that, I don't care what you're doing, dude. You know? And, but yeah, that's crazy that to be watching us so closely like that, they realized that we weren't bringing in a lot of groceries. Like, who says stuff like that? That's crazy. And, so that's just like another instance. And, what else? And so one day too, the neighbor that's right across the street, that was the detective, he didn't like, my brother would go into his driveway and do like the 3-point turn where you turn around. He didn't like him doing that. And so he came over and he told my brother, why do you come into my driveway like that and try and turn around? And he was like, well, I gotta make a 3-point turn or whatever, you know. And then he's like, well, don't be going so far up on the driveway and all kinds of stuff, because I don't know, they just, for some reason, they just didn't like us, dude. But see, we knew God I knew God at a pretty young age. I knew him like at, I would say, like I was like 12 years old when he popped into our life. So I you know, we met him at a pretty young age. You know, I've known him over 30 years. You know, I've known the gospel of God. You know, not saying that I've been obedient to him all my life, because that's not true. You know, but God never leaves us, and it's us that leaves him. But I'm back with him now, and he's still in my heart. You know, just because I like kind of strayed away a little bit doesn't mean I forgot about him. I thought I could do things on my own, and it didn't work out. So, you know, here I am with thousands of people riding around me all the time, messing with me. That's what happens. But yeah, and so another time, okay, so there was another neighbor that lived like pretty much directly across from our house, and I put a body kit right on one of my little race cars that I used to have, and it required me to basically cut the body panel. Like, I had to cut the body panel off because the panels, it was an old school little roadster car, right? And the seams of the fenders and everything were welded together. So you couldn't unbolt the fenders or anything. So you had to cut them off. And the quarter panels, obviously, you have to cut them off and all that. So I'm out there cutting these panels off this car, and it looks like I'm just like cutting up a car. You know, to the naked eye, that's what it looks like. It looks like I'm just like cutting up a car or whatever. But I knew what I was doing, you know. I mean, so I was cutting it with as a measurement and precision. You know, I have to cut it this way. So I'm out there with a circular saw with a metal cutting blade, and just like cutting out the fenders and everything. And it just looks like it looks like I'm cutting up a car to throw it away or something. And our neighbor comes out, and she just like is looking. She's just looking at She's just looking across the street. She goes right in front of me from across the street, and she's just looking with her head cocked. Like, what are you? She's like, she didn't say anything or anything, but she's just looking at me like, what are you doing? Like that. Like, it's her business. Like, she cares so much. Like if you're really gonna look at me like that, well, then come over and give me a hand. I didn't even like entertain her or anything, dude. I didn't say anything to her. I just ignored her. Like, what do you want? But she's another one of the ladies that has always been like up in our business, all crazy and stuff, you know. So, but yeah, it's just crazy to think, man. Like, when I think back, there's been a lot of people that have been watching us and stuff, you know. And it started at a very young age, and it's progressed into this. I mean, if you watch somebody for all their life, then you'll find out all their secrets and stuff, you know. You don't even have to watch them all their life. You just watch them. If you watch somebody closely for like 3 months straight, 3-4 months straight, you'll find out all their secrets and stuff, you know. What are they doing? What do they do on their days off? Where do they go? They like to get drunk? Oh, they watch porn. Oh, he's buying magazines. Oh, like, you know what I mean? You'll find out all their secrets, dude. And like I said before in another video, like, you'll either like that person or you'll hate that person. Because that's just the way it is. It's like when you watch YouTube or something. You either like that person, their personality, and that's why you watch them, or you just hate them and you just like, I hate this guy, and you just, you don't subscribe or whatever, you know. So you build up this, like, or you keep seeing his feed or whatever, and then you're like, I don't want to see this, you know. You just like swipe off of it. That's how it is, man. You watch somebody closely, you'll either build up a hate for them or a love for them. And it's sad because that's just the way, that's what this is all about. And the people that put this together, they know that, dude. They know that it will create hate for people and stuff, you know. But yeah, it's a beautiful day out, man. Wish I didn't have these creeps all over me. I used to enjoy days like this, just taking a cruise, dude, and just having the heat hit my body, and then nice little breeze. Like, over here in Ventura County, man, it's beautiful, dude. It is beautiful. It's always beautiful weather, man. It's never too hot. It's never too cold. There's very little like overcast. It's such gorgeous weather out here. Like, you know, I was blessed to grow up in a really nice area. But yeah, man. You know, I don't want like I said before, man, I wish I had more to offer you guys of like what's really going on with all this stuff. But the truth is, I'm not certain. Like a lot of people, we're all kind of just assuming, and we don't know for sure. We're all just assuming where it's coming down from. There's no real proof, because if there was proof, then we'd bust them straight up. There's no, you know. But yeah, but I don't want these videos to be all negative, man, and I don't want them to be just nothing but negativity, you know. I want it to be, if anything, I want it to be like how to endure, you know, how to stay positive in all this. And so, you know, if I'm doing like vlogs and stuff, or, you know, I want you to stay positive too. I don't want this to be like, oh, let's just be negative about this. Like, I don't even want to give the devil any joy because he sees me doing horrible, you know. Screw that guy. His time's coming, man. His time's coming, you know. But yeah, I wanted it to be a positive thing, man. So, you know, I'm probably gonna do more vlogs of just my positive day and stuff like that. But obviously, I'm still a TI, so it's not gonna just like go away, you know. But I'll vlog my days of you know, a day in the life of a TI, you know, pretty much. And if it goes away, then you'll be the first to know, you know.